Hello, and welcome to week 4 in our series, Why Software Escrow? This is where we tackle the IT risks faced by modern businesses. My name is Anthony Watson, and today we're talking about IT regulation. The regulators are watching. Is your software strategy compliant? In the age of cyber threats, ransomware, and third-party dependency, regulators worldwide are tightening the rules, and they're now laser focused on software resilience. Joining me is Guy Kreger, a software risk consultant from Escrow Vid. Hi, Guy.
Hi, Anthony. This is a topical conversation right now, and I'm really glad we're addressing it.
So, Guy, what's changed? Why is software business continuity becoming a regulatory issue?
Because modern businesses rely heavily on third-party software to operate, and regulators now see that dependency as a systemic risk. If a key vendor fails, if you lose access to software due to insolvency or cyber attack, it could cripple operations, disrupt markets, even compromise public safety, as we saw last week with the CrowdStrike example. So globally, we're seeing a major shift in regulation, with specific measures now expected around software continuity and recoverability.
Let's get specific. What regulations are putting this on the agenda for boards and compliance teams?
Great question. There's a growing list. Just 5 years ago, we counted just 12 separate frameworks for regulation relating to operational resilience. Now we see 65 operational resilience regulation frameworks, and that number is growing. Also, the ISO Foundation under 27001 now includes business continuity planning around information assets and software systems. The Digital Operational Resilience Act has been launched in the UK, called DORA, and it's placing hard expectations on financial entities to ensure IT continuity, including software from third-party providers. And in the UK, the PRA SS2/21 requires firms to map and test their critical outsourcing arrangements, including resilience, in the event of supplier failure. And here at home in South Africa, the Joint Standard on IT Governance mandates effective continuity planning for all financial institutions. And there's another joint standard on the way mandating resilience in the IT space. What I find particularly interesting is regulators in 2 jurisdictions have now explicitly mandated software escrow as part of their resilience requirements. Singapore, under the Mass Technology Risk Management Guidelines, Section 534 requires financial institutions to assess if a source code escrow agreement should be in place based on the criticality of the acquired software to the business. And in India, under the RBI's Master Direction on Technology Risk in Section 12F, says specifically requires the source code of critical applications must be acquired, and where that's not possible, the bank requires financial institutions to implement escrow as a key solution to ensuring the resilience of the region's financial system. So in both cases, financial institutions are required to have software escrow agreements in place to maintain access to mission-critical software in the event their vendors default.
Wow, Guy, that's a powerful list. So how does software escrow help organizations meet those requirements?
Well, software escrow is a compliance-ready tool. It ensures you have legal and technical access to source code and documentation if your software vendor fails. It supports recovery time objectives under frameworks like DORA or ISO or our joint standards, and it reduces concentration risk in third-party reliance, something regulators are explicitly targeting. And it's fully auditable, so you can show regulators that you've built resilience into your software supply chain. In short, software escrow transforms a potential regulatory gap into a compliance asset.
So it's not just about protection, it's about demonstrable governance.
Exactly. When the regulator comes knocking, you want to be able to show you've thought it through and planned ahead. Software escrow gives you that confidence and proof.
Whether you're operating in finance, healthcare, logistics, or local government. Regulatory pressure around IT resilience is only going one way, and that's up. So ask yourself, are you able to demonstrate that your business would continue to operate if your software vendor failed tomorrow? If the answer is no, then you have a compliance risk and an operational one.
At Escrow Sure, we work with clients in South Africa and around the world to help them meet these regulatory standards as they evolve. Software escrow is no longer just commercial best practice. In many instances, it has now become a regulatory requirement. So let's make sure your business is not only protected, but proactively compliant.
To learn more about how software escrow can strengthen your compliance position, visit escrowsure.co.za or speak with one of our experts. Because when regulators are watching, you want to be ready. We hope you enjoyed the session. We'll see you in the next one.